I have made one good formula of the stress, that is desires minus abilities equal to stress. I am trying to put it in a very scientific form. Desires minus expectation, abilities equal to stress. Means what? If you have a desire, if you have ability to satisfy those desires, then there will be equation, there will be zero stress. If you have desires less and if your abilities more, then there is no stress, no problem. But if your desires are going up, which is the normal case, the desires are going up and ability remain stable, then the gap will increase. So gap between the desire and the abilities, if it goes on, then you will be in trouble because your abilities are not sufficient to overcome these desires or get these desires. It is not possible. Then when you don't get desires, you are always wanting, and you are always under the anxiety, under the stress, under the misery, and all these things happen because whatever you want, you are not able to get it. You understand? Whatever you want, if you don't get it, then you are under trouble. You are in trouble because you want something and you don't get it. So that is a stress. Desires are unlimited and abilities are limited. So now how to match this proportion? That is the problem because desires are going up and ability cannot go up to some level it can go. Because when I say abilities, ability means it can be a physical ability, it can be a financial ability, it can be a psycho-spiritual ability. So financial ability and physical ability has got some limit. How much load you can take physically, it has got some limit. And financial also, how much finance you can create for your desire is also limited. And third is educational capabilities, that is how much skill you have. You may have a limited education, limited skills, but desires are going up because your desires are not waiting for your skills. Desires are for everybody. Even if it is unskilled person also have desires and skilled person also have desires. So everybody has desires, some expectations, some aspirations, some ambitions, everybody has. It is not only our desires. Again, there is an expectation from the family. Family is also expecting from you and they are putting pressure on your desires. There are expectations from the office. Boss is expecting from you something. Today is your 100 crores target. Tomorrow they will say make it 200. So you are again under the problem because they will always improve. They will go on increasing your targets every year. And you have to satisfy that target. Otherwise you will nowhere in the company. So desires will go up. Either others' expectation or your own expectation about yourself. So this will go and your abilities will remain. But there is a something third ability which I told you, which is psycho-spiritual ability. Psycho-spiritual ability means what? Use of power of mind and use of spiritual wisdom is called psycho-spiritual ability. And this is unlimited. You have got a good news for you. This is a good news that psycho-spiritual ability is unlimited. So it can always match your desires. It can always match your desires. Only thing, you should know how to use those abilities. Because we are unaware of all these things because we never think spirituality is required in our day-to-day life. We never think. In fact, we say spirituality is only for retired persons. Only for retired persons. They only need spirituality. We don't need. That is what people feel. But really, if you ask me, spirituality is required from the day one. Day one. And it is good for youth than for the old people. Because old people, their life is over now. They have no time left to use this spiritual ability. So it is good for youth that if they know their spiritual ability, their psycho-spiritual ability, if they know, they can use it in day-to-day life I'm not talking to go to the Himalaya. I'm talking that this spiritual wisdom has to be used in our day-to-day life, and if you use that, you can surpass all your desires.